Hey, here's a quick tutorial on rendering in After Effects. I have just a simple video with a couple edits here with um, a title sequence and credits shown here. So if I scrub through, you can see some transitions, some animated effects, and some rolling credits there. So basically what I want to do now is render this. And so what I can do is go to Composition, Add to Render Queue, or do Control M. When I do that, it opens up this window right here. So this one right here at the bottom is actually the one that I'm going to be rendering. So your most recent render projects will end up at the bottom of of your render queue. So here it is. And I'm going to go through a few things here because these are options that can be changed and set. So for render settings, I'm going to go to where it says Best Settings and click on that. And it says quality is best. Resolution, it says full, but from what I found out from these computers is that changing the resolution to half makes playback a lot easier when it's fully rendered. So I'm going to change this to half and leave everything else the same and click OK. Output module, it says lossless. I can go here. What I'll make sure of is that my format is set to AVI because that's a good format for using and editing in Premiere, which is typically the next steps that we would take after this. So I have AVI set here and everything else looks good and okay. And the last thing is output 2, and where it says flying over Big Bend National Park. I'm going to click on that. And I want to make sure that I know where this is going to output to, the location where it's going to be saved, the final video. Make sure that this is all correct. So I've got it into a animation 1 folder for this project, and I'm going to hit save here. Now, render is way over here on the far right. So everything is set the way I want it here. I'm going to go to render and let it do its thing. And I'll come back when it's done. Okay, so as this is finishing up rendering, I can see that it's almost done here. It gives you a time remaining and elapsed time for how long it takes to render. Now it's done, and it's basically what I want to do is make sure that it is saved in the right place. So I have the folder opened up here. Here's my project. Here's my original video that I used. This is the AVI that I just rendered. So let's open this up and see how it previews. Everything looks to be animated and everything looks pretty good. It is half resolution, this render, but it's still, quite good for the quality. So as it's playing through, I just want to make sure that all my effects and all my things are included that I edited in After Effects. And once I have confirmation of that, I can basically call this quits. There's the transition, there's my credits at the end, and that's it. So that is all it takes to render in After Effects. It's pretty easy. Just a few things you want to check on every time you go to render. Make sure that the settings are correct. And that's pretty much it. So we'll see you next time, guys.